welcome to our class tonight, The Truth About Collagen, breaking down the myths and the truths. I am your host, Amanda Brumell, and I am a certified holistic health coach. I've been practicing since 2006. I got certified at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition in New York City, and I have been practicing with clients for the last, you know, 17 years. My specialty is with skin health, mood balancing, energy, brain health, and hormonal support, and gut health. And I feel like collagen is a great topic because it covers all of these areas of health. And we're going to go into a little bit more detail around exactly what that looks like. So, my goal for today is for us to be detectives, to kind of put the magnifying glass up to collagen and what the truths are, because there are a lot of misconceptions about collagen, especially because it's become so popular over the last few years. So, we're going to cover what collagen is, what the benefits are, why it's popular, why did it become so huge over the last, I would say, 2 or 3 years, the top myths about collagen and what the truths are, and then a solution that can serve you. So great. Yeah, you can all see me. Cool. I'm just checking the chat here. It looks like Lon takes a lot of Chinese foods, mushroom, bird's nest broth. Chinese have used collagen. You used food products throughout history that are high in collagen. Okay, Tawana was using collagen in the past, but has not since she stopped eating meat. Nora bought some last week. Kara's not using it. Connie uses collagen. Okay, from a bone broth and in a tablet. Okay, Tammy's tried a few. Dylan's not sure. Okay, great. This is super helpful. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of level setting to make sure we're all on the same page. So what is collagen? So I share this picture not because we're going to go into the deep dive of the chemistry of collagen and the biology of collagen, but I want to show you this because it is a complicated amino acid. And well, it's a complicated protein that's made of amino acids. It's the most abundant protein in the body. Collagen makes up 30% of all total protein mass in mammals. It's the primary building block of hair, skin, and nails, which I think a lot of people know, but it also is a primary building block of muscles, bones, tendons, and ligaments, and other connective tissue. So it's not just, I think a lot of people take it for the skin and hair health, but you can get a lot of benefit in your muscles, bones, tendons, and ligaments as well. Collagen is also found in your organs, blood vessels, and intestinal lining. So what does collagen do? You can see here that it affects a lot of different systems in the body. It helps fibroblasts to form in your dermis. So this basically helps to allow new cells to grow in the middle skin layer. It plays a role in replacing dead skin cells. It also provides a protective covering for your organs, and it gives structure, strength, and elasticity to your skin. It also helps your blood to clot. All right, so let me advance to the next. All right, so what reduces collagen and what increases collagen? Smoking. One of the number one decreasers of collagen. Hopefully nobody here smokes, but if you've ever smoked in the past, it can, or if you've been exposed to smoke, if there was a smoker in your life and you were exposed to secondhand smoke, it is a big contributor to the breakdown of collagen in the body. If you've ever seen a smoker, you can see in their faces, they sometimes look a lot older. They might have a lot of skin, a lot of sagging, and that's because smoking does break down collagen in the body. Too much sugar and refined carbohydrates. Inadequate intake of vitamin C can also reduce natural collagen production in the body. Lack of sleep, overexposure to UV rays. And that's why if you stay out in the sun too much, and yes, you're getting burned and that could contribute to cancer, but it's also breaking down the collagen in your skin. So it can lead to, again, sagginess and wrinkles. Also dehydration in the skin, which can also create a more aged look. And autoimmune disorders can also contribute to reducing collagen production. So what increases collagen? Weight-bearing exercise and aerobic activity. And aerobic activity could look like 45 minutes of walking. It doesn't mean you have to do a CrossFit or a HIIT workout necessarily. But you want to do weight bearing exercise. If you want to lift weights, if you're using your body weight, that combined with aerobic exercise can increase the natural production of collagen in your body. Vitamin C, vitamin B3, vitamin A, amino acids, glycine and proline, and retinol, they all can help to increase collagen production in the body. So why has collagen become so popular? We can thank Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. I feel like I get Instagram ads every other day for like the hot new collagen product. And so, you know, unfortunately, natural collagen production in our bodies decreases with age. There are ways we can stimulate natural collagen production in our bodies, like we mentioned in the last slide, but it's critical to get it from an outside source as well. When you supplement with hydrolyzed collagen, it stimulates what's known as chondrocyte activity. This is one of the sciencey words I warned you about. Chondrocytes, they're the only cells found in healthy cartilage. They stimulate the production of collagen, which is essential to maintaining healthy bones and tendons and allowing us to move freely and perform activities of daily living. So anything that reduces or impairs collagen production can greatly affect one's ability to perform both simple and complex tasks. And when we're young, we're like, that's fine. I feel great. There's no problem. But if we don't take control of this now, in 5 years or 10 years or 15 or 20 years from now, you might start to notice that your body can't quite do what it used to do because maybe you have a consistent joint pain or shoulder pain or your lower back's hurting, or you just don't quite have the same endurance or the same strength in your system. Collagen can help to support keeping all of your body limber and strong so that you can feel like when you're getting into your older years, you're not sacrificing how you feel, and your body isn't necessarily getting compromised to the extent it might if we let ourselves go too much and we're not taking control now. Studies also show there are reductions in joint pain, improved skin health, hair health, and bone density. Bone density is critical because your hair, your teeth, and your nails are a reflection of the health of your bones. So when you are increasing your collagen intake, it's supporting your hair and your skin and your nails because it's supporting bone density. And that's a really important correlation. So that's one of the first signs that people know something is off is their hair might start to thin or their nails start to break, and you really want to work on bone density at that point. Studies also show that increases the body's natural production of collagen. So you have your own body's production. It does start to diminish over time, but if you start taking collagen, it will stimulate your body's natural production. So you're getting extra support in your body's natural production of it. All right, so are you ready for a truth bomb? Actually, there's a few truth bombs I'm going to share. And we're going to talk about what the myths are, and then I'll explain what the truths are around those myths. And if there's anything that you have understood or heard about these things, feel free to type them in the chat. Almost everything you've been told about collagen on the market is wrong. I definitely thought I knew what collagen was and what the good stuff was. I was taking a collagen last summer from a very reputable company, and I even was representing that company. And what I thought I knew, I didn't know. So I've gotten very much more educated since then, and I'm going to share what I've learned with you. So the first myth about collagen is that collagen is collagen. All collagen is created equal. Anything an influencer shares is good quality. And the truth is, most collagen doesn't work. A lot of what you've read about the best collagen available is just good marketing. The quality of our health is dependent on the quality of our cells. And most collagen doesn't influence on a cellular level. If you want to improve the quality of your cells, using essential oils is actually really helpful because the essential oil, the chemistry of the oil, because it's fat-based, it can actually enter your cell membrane, which is also fat-based. This process, it's called lipophilic. So the cell will allow the essential oil to penetrate the membrane and influence the cell and activate the cell in a way that herbs and food cannot. The second myth is you can just use vegan collagen if you don't eat meat. And the truth is, vegan collagen doesn't exist. If someone is marketing vegan collagen to you, which I have seen in my Instagram feed, they are lying to you. Collagen only comes from animals. So you can take supplements that boost natural collagen production. They might have some vitamins in there that can boost your natural production, but it will only take you so far if you're not ingesting the collagen itself. Another myth is that liquid collagen is the holy grail because you can only absorb collagen in liquid form. And this is true. Collagen in liquid form is really the only way your body can absorb it. Taking capsules or tablets, it's much harder for your body to process the collagen in that format. It can take a lot longer, and a lot of it gets destroyed in your digestive system. So the truth about liquid collagen is that it is a waste of space, literally a waste of space. If you're buying your collagen already in liquid form, the minute you open it, the minute you take off the cap and you peel the little like the little aluminum protector off the top, the product has started to become oxidized because it has water in it. It becomes oxidized and it reduces the effectiveness. So most prepackaged liquid collagens, they use a process to sterilize their water-based delivery system, basically pasteurization. And when you do that, you eliminate the harmful bacteria, but you also eliminate the beneficial active ingredients like vitamins, flavonoids, and polyphenols. And despite this process, the liquid collagen is actually less shelf stable than powdered collagens. It also means that when you're shipping liquid collagen, you're shipping a huge heavy water container around the globe and you're increasing carbon emissions. So I see a lot of ads for liquid collagen, and unfortunately, it's not really going to give you the best benefit. They're usually really expensive, and they often have a lot of additives and sugars and preservatives and emulsifiers to make sure that the collagen doesn't separate from the liquid. So I don't recommend liquid collagen. Next myth is that you can just get collagen from food. Well, homemade bone broth or eating nose to tail, meaning you're getting the whole animal, you're getting the tendons, the ligaments, and the connective tissue. It's absolutely a great way to get collagen. It's a great source. The reality is, we don't all eat like this anymore. Plus, if you're purchasing your bone broth and you're not making it at home, often that bone broth is
Recording
being
in progress.
I think someone's not mute. I'm just going to mute you again. So if you're purchasing your bone broth from a store, it's going to be pasteurized like your liquid collagen would be. So again, it's destroying the beneficial bacteria, but it's also, it's destroying the harmful bacteria, but also destroying all the beneficial ingredients. So that's why supplementing with a collagen powder is an ideal way to fill the gaps in our diet. Another myth, I only need the collagen for my skin. I'm just using it for my skin. Most collagen products feature the only one or two collagen types, and those are the ones that are most relevant to skin beauty, elasticity, and wrinkles. But they're missing an abundance of other collagen types that can contribute to the health of our joints, our muscles, our connective tissue, and our brain function. And like we said earlier, collagen makes up all those things, not just our hair and our skin and our nails. And having healthy connective tissue will also support your skin, because if you have healthy connective tissue, you have good posture, you're able to work out and lift weights. It's going to help your body stay hydrated. It's going to keep your muscles in place. When we're hunched over looking at our phones and all the weight of our heads is leaning forward, it shrinks the muscles in our neck, and it allows the skin under our neck to start to become loose. So you want to have all full body support with what you're using. And if you're just getting the one or two types, you're paying buku bucks for not very much. And the last myth is that my one ingredient collagen is good enough. I want the pure collagen, nothing else in it. And the truth is, just collagen by itself won't do very much. Proteins, collagen is a protein. Proteins are made from amino acids. The main amino acids that make collagen are proline, glycine, and hydroxyproline. These amino acids group together to form protein fibrils in a triple helix structure, which we saw at the very beginning, that crazy cone thing. Your body also needs the proper amount of vitamin C to make the triple helix. So if you do not have vitamin C, and specifically liposomal vitamin C included in your collagen, you're wasting your money. Your body's not, you're going to be taking all this collagen and your body's not going to be able to really synthesize it or use it. It's not going to be bioavailable. So those are some truth bombs. Did any of these, anything that's new to you? Let me know in the chat. Any aha moments, or anything that you were like, yep, I thought that, or oh, I knew that. I'd love to hear your experience and what you took away from that. Let me know. Type it in the chat. Okay, so what's missing from most collagen? We talked a little bit about some of the things that were missing, and we're going to cover these too many truth bombs. So then it's like, bomb, bomb, bomb. My head just exploded. A lot of new info. Yes, lots of new info. I know. I'm going to throw a lot at you. And just whatever you take away, just know that's the thing that you needed to take away. Because I recognize that people only really retain 10% of what they hear in an environment like this. So whatever that 10% is that you retain, that's the 10% that you needed to retain. So what's missing? Bioavailability, which I just talked about. Most of what's out there isn't properly formulated to ensure your body can actually use the nutrients. So proper hydrolyzation is key, and vitamin C is key. Also, the multiple collagen peptide types. Most brands are only using 1 to 3 peptide types, so they're not giving you the full spectrum of possible peptide types to have the greatest benefits. And then freshness and purity. If you're using liquid collagen, it begins oxidizing the minute you open the bottle. With powdered collagen, most companies are not testing the products to make sure there's no unwanted contaminants or pesticides or chemicals. And so that could be a big danger. You could be ingesting something that is creating more issues in your body because it's actually a toxic product. So what if I told you doTERRA solved all these problems and they gave us even more benefits than anything that's on the market, and it's based on scientific research? And it's like, well, no surprise, they did. Some of you are using this already, so this will give you a deeper dive into the information around how to use it, why it works, how to maximize the bioavailability. It's called MetaPower. Okay, so Connie knew some of this already. She's been doing some of her own research. Awesome. Okay, so if you're new to this will give you a better sense of why you might consider trying it. And again, any questions you have, just pop them in the chat. Okay, so MetaPower, it's free of corn, gluten, dairy, glyphosate, which is a pesticide that ends up showing up in a lot of non-organic products. It's free of glyphosate. It's free of maltodextrin, carrageenan, artificial sweeteners, and added sugars. There's no sugar in it. It promotes healthy biological aging. It activates longevity genes. So it can actually act. Have you ever heard of, oh my gosh, what's the word? Epigenetics. So the epigenetics basically says that you are not destined to live out the programming of your DNA. Your DNA can express itself. Like even if you have something DNA that's potentially you inherited from a family member that's potentially, could be potentially life-threatening in the future. The way that you treat your body, what you consume, how you expose yourself to certain environments can influence whether that DNA expresses. So you can influence your genes by what you eat, essentially, what supplements you're consuming. It also improves skin elasticity and cognitive function, and supports lean muscle and connective tissue. So why is MetaPower revolutionary? Really, there is nothing out there. There's nothing on the market like this. It's pretty much superior to anything that I've ever tried. The first reason is that it's 12 times more absorbable or bioavailable than other collagen products. So when a supplement or nutrient is easily absorbed and used by your body, it's considered bioavailable. And the number of grams you read on a label doesn't determine how much of the collagen your cells will receive after taking it. Bioavailability factors in. So that means if you were to give someone a regular collagen bottle you might find on Amazon and compare the milligram levels to the MetaPower, you'll absorb approximately 12 times more into your cells with MetaPower Advantage than the product from Amazon. Secondly, the most collagen containing products have just those one or two types we talked about for skin, and MetaPower has 9 different collagen peptide types. So it has those 2 that are good for beauty and elasticity and wrinkles, but it also has 7 other types that are that support skin density, skin firmness, decreasing wrinkles, improving hydration, promoting joint mobility, tissue strength, and lean muscle. So you're getting the beauty benefits, and you can recover faster from workouts, gain an edge with flexibility in your joints, and move with more ease. And this is no matter your age. Regardless of what age you are, you can benefit from consuming this on a regular basis. And then the final differentiator is that it's activated by you. So it's a hydrolyzed powder format, and it's activated by you when you mix it with water directly before consuming it. You don't want to mix your collagen in water and then let it sit for 30 minutes. You're going to get the most benefit if you mix it in a small amount of water and drink it immediately. And we talked about before, most packaged liquid collagens, they sterilize their water-based delivery system, and they eliminate all the beneficial stuff, and they're less shelf stable, and then you're shipping them globally. So when it's hydrolyzed in this powder format, it's more active, it's more bioavailable, it's more stable. And then when you mix it in water and you consume it immediately, it becomes very bioavailable in your system. And then the non-degraded nutrients without the sugar content, they don't have any sugar content that normally accompanies a prepackaged juiced format. You're not losing any you're not having the value loss that occurs during pasteurization. And then hydrolyzation, that basically just means the collagen is cut into specific tripeptide fragments, and those fragments get directed to the parts of the body that can use those particular peptides. So the peptides that are supportive for your joints and tissue will go to the parts of your body that need support with joint and tissue. So it's a pretty genius way of manufacturing the collagen so that we can get the most benefit from it. All right. Oh, you could. Oh, I froze. Okay. Hopefully, did you miss a lot? Sorry about that. I don't know, something's up with the internet here, I think. So on this next slide, this shows the different collagen types. If you want to snap a screenshot. I should have taken some frankincense under my tongue before this class. Okay, 10 to 15 seconds, cool. If you want to snap a screenshot, you can see the 9 different types. Can it interfere with medications? Asks Sharon. Are there any risk factors? As far as I know, there are not. I'm not a doctor, so I would say if you were going to take this, you might want to consult with your doctor. But as my understanding is that it's completely safe and there are no risk factors. doTERRA sources collagen from sustainably harvested cold water marine fish in places like Italy. And if you are concerned about mercury content, because that's the first thing people ask is like, oh, it's sourced from fish, is there a danger of mercury? doTERRA tests this product more extensively for heavy metals than any other supplement they create. So you can feel 100% confident that there is no mercury in the product. They do very deep testing. They send the product to a third-party lab as well. It's totally unbiased. And if that lab said this contained mercury, they would not sell the product. When you're getting bovine or pork collagen, there is a chance that it's tainted with glyphosate, and most companies are not testing their products to determine if there's glyphosate in the product. So you can feel confident that doTERRA is testing their products. Other collagen products on the market, whether they're from land or marine sources, they typically contain about 15 to 35% of the tripeptide content, whereas MetaPower has 70% tripeptide fragments for superior absorption. So that's another reason why it makes it 12 times more absorbable. So you can get a little bit of a clearer picture of the differences between doTERRA and the others. Again, if you want to take a screenshot of this, you're welcome to. I would say, all the things we mentioned, it's marine sourced, the 9 types of peptides, the absorption rate. There's also 11 ingredients in the MetaPower in addition to the collagen. And I'll talk about those ingredients in just a second. It's powered by pure sourced NMN, which I'm going to talk about in a second. It's sweetened with fermented stevia. They ferment the stevia to make sure that your body can use it. There's no emulsifiers. We talked about the hydrolyzation, and then it's more stable in this format. A lot of the collagens on the market, they can't direct where the collagen goes, and so you're not going to get the full benefit. And then because they don't slice it into the tiny tripeptides, your body can't break it down. So they're slicing it into the small fragments, which means the hydrolyzation, that is key to ensure you can ingest, you can absorb the collagen. So here you can see the full scope of ingredients. It's not just collagen, it's all these other things. It includes liposomal vitamin C, biotin, resveratrol, NADH, NMN. All of these things are critical for that 12 times more bioavailability. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about what some of these ingredients are in the next slides. But yeah, again, feel free to take a screenshot if you want to remember what all of these things are. But it's really important to know that most collagens are not including these things, which do help to increase the result, because your cells are using more of the product. So what the heck are NMN and the NADs? What are the NADs? NAD plus, NADH. What are those things? So I just want to take a quick minute to understand this concept between lifespan versus health span. There's a big difference between your lifespan and your potential for health span. So medical advances are helping us live longer, but not always with the quality of life needed for fulfilling powerful lives. So lifespan, we've increased that by a lot, but it has exceeded health span, meaning we're living longer, but we're not necessarily living with the vitality and health that we desire for all those years. In fact, the last 8 years of life are statistically spent with inhibited enjoyment of life because of health limitations. And it's not just the effects of aging. Life is full of stressors that can make us feel older than we are. We can get aches, we can't sleep, we experience brain fog, we take longer to bounce back than we'd like. We can feel like we're working overtime just to get through the day. And honestly, that's not how I want to live my days. I don't want to get into, I'm going to turn 43 in June. I don't want to be living in my 40s and 50s and 60s, snowballing and getting, worse and worse and worse because I'm not addressing my health now. So what's preventing us from living vibrantly? What is holding us back? Because the truth is, we can control how we feel. We can be empowered to feel good every day, and we can close the gap between lifespan and health span. So how do we close that gap? So even for the average healthy person, aging markers begin to show up in our 20s. And by the time we reach 50, our body is producing about half the NAD plus it was when we were 20. So what is NAD plus? NAD plus is responsible for 2 types of reactions in the body: metabolic function, and that converts food and nutrients into cellular energy. A lot of people think of metabolism as like, oh, my ability to lose weight. And in a way, it does affect your ability to lose weight, but it really is just the process of converting food and nutrients into cellular energy. So if you have a quicker metabolism or a healthier metabolism, it's going to be easier for you to convert food and nutrients into cellular energy rather than storing it as fat in your fat cells. Cellular integrity, which protects your cellular energy factories, is another function of NAD+. So because NAD+ levels steadily fall as you age, there are important implications to metabolic function and the negative effects on DNA that snowball as NAD levels decline. So once the NAD plus levels start to decline, our health can start to get progressively worse. Like suddenly you wake up one day and you're like, not only do I have knee pain, but I also have shoulder pain, and also my elbow hurts, and also this, and I can't, and this, and this, and this, and just starts to compound. So as we age, our metabolic function, which plays a role in cellular wellness also slows down. And because your metabolism influences your weight, your body composition, energy, and even cognitive performance, so how your brain functions, your memory, your mood, how your clarity, to close the gap between lifespan and health span, you have to take control of your metabolic health. Must take control of your metabolic health. Um, Sharon asks, how soon can you start to feel a difference in your body? For me, it was about 2 to 3 weeks. Some people, depending on how extreme their health concerns are, it can take a couple of months. Some people have said within a few days. It just depends on your unique body chemistry, how strong your digestive system is, how many issues you're dealing with. Some people take multiple, they'll take multiple doses of collagen throughout the day. So it just depends on you. And if you need support around where to start, I can help you figure that out. So if we don't deal with our metabolic health and it starts to decline, so will all of these things. Energy will decline, our control over our weight will get out of control, will decline as well. We'll have lower mood, harder time falling asleep and staying asleep, waking up groggy, less mental clarity, more stress. So there's a lot of consequences of not taking control of our metabolic health now. And if you're not sure, if you're like, well, is my metabolic health a problem? Like, is it okay? Ponder this statistic. Only 6.8 of Americans have optimal metabolism, which means 93% of us are living in that suboptimal range. So managing blood sugar spikes, ensuring our bodies have the proper amounts of amino acids, NAD plus and NADH, those are all critical to ensure that we are not only living, but we're also thriving into our later years. I'm going to pop up this picture of our good friend Tony Robbins. Who knows Tony Robbins? Pop it in the chat if you know T Rob. I went to a Tony Robbins workshop this weekend, and this comes from a video. This screenshot. But I just want to share this because Tony Robbins is a huge proponent of NMN. The man is 63 years old. He is the fittest, finest man I've seen. Like the finest 63-year-old man I think I've ever seen. And he is very much into health and wellness. And he's like, NMN is going to be everywhere in the next couple of years. It is the secret to increasing health span. The U.S. Special Forces has been using it for the last few years, and their endurance has skyrocketed. So NMN is short for nicotinamide mononucleotide. You don't need to remember that. Just remember NMN. It's kind of like it sounds like a new rap group to me. It's like Eminem sister rap group. So NMN is not something your body produces on its own. We have to get it from an outside source, but it fuels the body and helps improve levels rapidly. So it works synergistically with resveratrol, which is in the MetaPower Advantage, to produce even better results. So you can think of NMN as like an accelerator. It gets cells functioning like you're younger. It improves your cellular and DNA integrity, your muscle endurance and strength, your vascular health and blood flow, and you can start to bridge that gap between health span and lifespan. So this is, it's just a quick visual to show that natural NMN paired with resveratrol, paired with stabilized NADH is kind of like the magic secret formula to this product really working. Now, is MetaPower safe? I've gotten this question a couple of times. It's developed with doTERRA researchers. There is a whole medical board. They consider themselves a science company. They do a ton of research on their products. It's also the most tested doTERRA product. If you are curious and you want to learn more about their testing, their science, the research that they've done, their sourcing practices, scan this QR code. It will take you to source2u.com. And you can even take the numbers on the bottom of your essential oil bottle. There's a place where you can plug it into the quality. It's called the quality ID, and you can plug it in there, and it will show you the testing that was done on that bottle of oil. So there's no mercury, no GMOs, no dairy, no soy, no gluten, no preservatives, no artificial sweeteners or flavors. So is it worth the cost? Now, if you were just, I was paying over $100 last year to get collagen that did not have nearly the same benefits. Didn't taste good. It was really hard to mix in water. I didn't really see any results, and I was trying it really because I thought I would be able to promote it to other people, and I didn't tell anybody about it because I was like, I'm not sure about this. And this was way before doTERRA even had their own collagen. So I was spending, I don't know, it's like $100 and something probably on a little tub of collagen. So with this, the collagen box, the 30-day supply is $84.50. And you're not only getting the collagen, but you're getting the NADH plus, or I'm sorry, the NADH, the hyaluronic acid, the liposomal vitamin C, biotin, all those things that we showed you on the previous slide. You're getting collagen plus 11 ingredients, which on average, if you were getting kind of like suboptimal quality, you'd spend about $314. If you're getting like higher quality of all of those ingredients, you're going to be spending way more than $314. But you're getting all of that for only $84.50. So you're getting the bioavailability, the doTERRA seal of purity and potency, and then the variety of nutrients to produce results. Now you can buy the collagen by itself for the $84.50, but it was designed as part of the MetaPower system, which I'm going to review in the next few slides. And I want to share this with you because I know some of you are using different products from the system. Some of you are using the entire system. So this will give you a little bit more clarity on how to maximize your results. So this is MetaPower. Meta stands for metabolic health, and PWR stands for personal wellness realized. So you can get a greater return on your collagen by using the entire system. So MetaPower is meant to support your metabolic function, which we talked about is critical for reverse aging or slowing aging and increasing your health span. It helps to power your body with energy, and it closes the gap. We talked about that. So if you're looking to manage weight, stop sugar cravings, and increase memory and focus, I'd recommend pairing the collagen with the rest of the system. So let me break down the steps of using the entire system. First step is the metabolic blend. This is the oil. All of the products in the system include this blend. So when you're eating well and you pair it with the MetaPower oil, you will get the most benefits. I would say 1 to 2 drops in your water, especially with a little pinch of Himalayan pink salt. You can put the oil in, if you're drinking like a green juice in the morning, you can add a drop of MetaPower oil in it. You can put it in a smoothie. Really anything that you're ingesting, you can put the MetaPower oil in there. I like to put my MetaPower oil in my collagen. Some people prefer to put lemon or lime or another like a minty thing. I like MetaPower because it's a little bit of everything. It's like citrusy and it's minty. If you prefer to take the oil in soft gel format because you don't like the flavor or you just like the convenience of the soft gels, you can take a soft gel with your meals, or you can take it directly after a meal, whichever you prefer, whichever works best for you. There are also little beadlets, which are like a fourth drop of oil that you can just pop under your tongue or, chew between your, like pop between your teeth to give you a little burst of that oil after a meal to curb a sugar craving. And there's also gum, which I really like. Especially if you're transitioning and you're making big changes in your health all at once, you might want the support of the gum as a way to curb your cravings for dessert and things after a meal. Some more benefits about the blend. You can read it here. The oils that are in the blend are grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark. So all of these combined together at the right ratios can inhibit fat cell maturation. And that's science speak for may reduce the likelihood of fat cells growing. And it can also support sugar cravings. So step 2 includes the MetaPower Assist capsules. You'd want to take 1 capsule before your carb heaviest meal, about 15 to 30 minutes beforehand. If you forget, you can take it with your meal. It's not a big deal, but ideally you take it 15 to 30 minutes before you eat. You can take it with every meal, before every meal of the day, if you need extra support. So if you're looking to lose a larger amount of weight, or if you're dealing with something like diabetes or hypoglycemia and you're really needing a lot of extra support with managing blood sugar spikes and drops, then you might want to take this more often throughout the day. You can see here what the benefits are. So this is formulated to smooth out the curves in normal range blood sugar spikes around meal times. So our blood sugar spikes anytime we eat, but it's just the big spikes that end up being the problem and can create those crashes in energy and also the hanger if you wait too long to eat. It features mulberry leaf extract, which has been known to reduce normal range post meal blood sugar spikes by 42% when taken before or with a meal. So remember, only like 7% of the US has optimal metabolism. So if you're wanting to take control now and not let it, not wonder what's going to happen in 20 years from now, then I do recommend taking this regularly. And then the last step is the Metapower Collagen. You can take this whenever you want. Some people prefer to take it first thing in the morning. Some people like to take it in the afternoon as a little pick me up. Some people take it both times. I recommend using cold or room temperature water, not with ice and not too hot. I wouldn't put it in something like coffee because it's got a citrus flavor. But I do like adding my Metapower oil to the collagen. You can mix it with a spoon or with a frother. It does mix pretty easily. And so just as a recap, the collagen combines the power of marine collagen, NMN, and then 10 other ingredients to target cellular integrity and health span. So it can replace vital collagen your tissues need and support natural production of NAD plus in your body. And then the result of slower biological aging is firmer, more elastic skin, improved cognitive function, more lean muscle and connective tissue, and more balanced hormones. And on this page, this is the daily suggested protocol. If you do choose to try the whole system and you're like, oh my God, that's a lot of things. Like, what do I do? When do I take them? Just take a screenshot of this. You can save it to an album in your camera roll called doTERRA so that you can have it handy whenever you need it. And if you do start taking the system, and I'm happy to send you a more like a printable protocol that you can use. So you can just shoot me an email. Finally, nutrition and metabolic support go hand in hand. A lot of times people who are taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack supplements, which is the multivitamin, the omegas, and the antioxidant, they say, like, does the collagen replace this? They actually go together. So if you're taking them together, you're going to get more benefit from both. So they're designed to work synergistically. And this is the full support kit. So if you decide that you want the collagen and the other items, you can get this kit. It's $179. If you're an existing doTERRA member, I recommend ordering this through the loyalty rewards program because you'll get free shipping. You get rewards back on your order, and you can customize the kit with additional supplements at a deep discount. So you can get a box of collagen, and then you can add on a box of collagen to your kit at a huge discount. It's like, I think you get like an additional like 20 bucks off or something. So if you want to know how to do that secret hack, if you're not sure how to do that, let me know, or whoever invited you to this class, let them know and we can help you figure that out. If you're not a member yet, you can get the kit, and your first year of membership, which is worth 35 bucks, that'll be free. And this month only, you also get a free Pebble diffuser as a gift. So that's only for new members. And again, if you just want to try the collagen, it's just $84.50 at the wholesale price. This is a quick snapshot. Again, if you want to take, especially for existing members who are using the loyalty program, you can take a screenshot of this because this is how you can get the extra savings. Anything you purchase on the left, you can add up to 3 things on the right at a discount. So I definitely recommend doubling up on your collagen because you save so much money that way. And the last thing I want to mention is this is kind of fun timing. I didn't plan this, but doTERRA's biannual BOGO week started yesterday, actually. The BOGO box is still available. So that's everything that you see here on the screen. You can get in a box, and the Terrazyme ends up being free. And it saves you like 123 bucks that way. There are individual pairings, and I've been sending text updates every day to folks. So if you want to know what the individual pairings are, let me know, and I can include you on those updates. But today was Lavender Touch and Vetiver Touch. And then tomorrow there'll be a new thing available. 2 of these items will get paired together. And if you just wanted to try, a couple of oils, this is a great way to do it because you buy one and you get one free. And we have come to the end. I'm going to do the giveaway in just a moment. I want to let you know that this is your opportunity to ask questions. I see that Kara has asked, she's a little concerned about how many pills she'd have to take per day on top of her prescriptions. Like, how do I know too much is too much? Okay, this is a really good question. I had a friend who was taking 18 medications. 18 medications. That's absurd. She was extremely ill. She had Epstein-Barr, she had Lyme, she was dealing with mental health issues, but she was highly functional. I mean, she's like an agent at a talent agency, highly functional, has a family, has a kid, but was taking 18 medications. And her doctor actually prescribed doTERRA to her. This was back in 2013. And she went on a protocol of doTERRA supplements and oils. And she was taking a lot in the beginning, but over time, she was able to wean off of 16 of her 18 medications. So that's the beauty of natural medicine. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not a quick fix. It is something that can take longer. And it's important to understand that we're getting to the root cause of the issue rather than just putting a band aid on something. But the more she used the oils over time, it sort of like swapped, and she could release some of her medications and even reduce the amount of oils and pills she was taking over time. So that's, doesn't happen with everyone. It doesn't necessarily happen over time. I don't recommend going cold turkey on any medications or coming off of any medications without consulting your doctor. But she was very committed to making shifts in her health because she was, in her mid to late 40s, had a young son, could see that if she didn't make a change 10 years from now, it was going to get a lot worse. I mean, she was going blind. She didn't have like facility over her hands. She was overweight and was having a lot of trouble losing weight. And her body was just in a very acidic state, which can happen with prescription medications. It can put your body into a very acidic state. And when you're in that state, your body holds on to fat. So if you're concerned about taking too much, you can always start small and work up to it over time. You don't have to do all these things at the same time. And in fact, I wouldn't recommend doing everything at once. I would try something for a week or two, then add in something else, add in something else. There are certain things that you could take, like maybe 3 or 4 things you could take at the same time. This is where I can come in and support you and help you figure out what to start with. Like, what's the must have critical things that you need right now, and then check in with you in a few weeks, like 3 weeks to 4 weeks, and see, okay, how are you feeling? Do we need to make any shifts? This is what I would suggest. This is what I would do if I were you, and make some tweaks. So if you do decide to follow any of these protocols, I would recommend committing to at least 90 days, because a lot of times it can be hard to see results if you're, if you're trying to see results in just 2 weeks. Sometimes you can get disappointed. So I really recommend committing to at least 90 days, and then reevaluate. I see Dallin is concerned about how it could affect her intestines because of Crohn's. Yeah. Um, I would show the ingredients to your doctor and see what he recommends. Um, and anytime we start something new, there is that adjustment period, and our body is like, what is this new thing? So we can go through a detox response, which is kind of our body kind of purging and getting used to this new thing that we're consuming. So I have had detox responses with certain supplements and oils, and I've had to scale back a little bit and then work my body up to being able to detox at a pace that felt comfortable. Because if we detox too quickly, it doesn't feel good. We want to detox, but detoxing too quickly doesn't always feel good. So it's a very valid concern. And if you want to chat more offline, I'm happy to share some more about my experience working with clients. I've been doing doTERRA for about a decade, so I have a good sense of what could create an intenser detox response, and how to kind of stagger things and slowly introduce things so it doesn't feel like too much. And Kara, I'm happy to talk to you because you're taking the PB Assist and Terrazyme and Lifelong Vitality Pack. And I do all of that too. And I take the collagen and I take the MetaPower Assist. So you don't have to also take the soft gels and also use, every single thing, but you've already got the baseline of nutrition. So adding in the collagen could just boost it up. The system lasts 30 days if you're using 1 sachet a day. So it lasts you 30 days. If you wanted to take a sachet like 2 or 3 times a day, then you'd need multiple boxes. Yeah. Okay. All right, Dylan. Well, let me know if you want to chat. Thank you for asking your questions. I really appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing. If you scan this QR code, there is a complimentary 30-day MetaPower support course. So if you decide to start the system, you get a day-by-day instructional course that will walk you through how to use everything, how to track your progress, gives you lots of education. I mean, it is such a rich resource and it is 100% free. And when you scan that code and you register, you can also download the MetaPower workbook, which you could print out or just download and save to your computer. And it has a lot more details about how all the products work. So I recognize we've gone a little bit over time because we had such great questions, and I super appreciate you all sharing that. I want to do the giveaway. So we've got, oh, yay, a lot of you are still on. Actually, pretty much everyone's still here. So I'm going to enter all of your names. If you could just pop in the chat what your top takeaway was from tonight, that would really help me just to understand what value this gave you and how I can adjust this information moving forward. Because I know it's a lot. I get super passionate about this. I don't know if you can tell, but I am a science nerd. I love talking about chondrocyte activity. I was the head of the genetics club in high school. You can tell how popular I was in that. And I also was in the chess club. So, yeah. So I love this kind of stuff. I could talk about it for hours. All right, so I'm putting all your names in the hat, the digital hat. And I'm actually going to stop the recording for those of you watching. Thanks so much for being here. If you have any questions, email me, amanda@realessentialalchemy.com. And I'm happy to answer your questions. You can follow me on Instagram as well, Amanda Broomell, Broom, as in Mary, L as in Lisa, and another L, Amanda Broomell. That's me on Instagram. All right, thanks for being here.